From the mecca of college basketball, the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. The Big East tournament continues. We've got the championship game for you. A 2 versus a 4 as the Providence Friars take on McBuckets and the Blue Jays. Let's take a look at how they got here. Providence besting Seton Hall yesterday, 80-74, and Creighton defeating Xavier. We've got the Friars and the Blue Jays right now for all the marbles in the Big East tournament. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson along with the governor, Coach Bill Raftery, and welcome to New York City. Coach, we get a chance to see 2 of the best players in the Big East, 2 of the best players in the country. Bryce Cotton, the guard for PC, and Dougie Fresh for the Creighton Blue Jays.
You have staying power. So does Bryce Cotton. 40+ a game. Minutes, that is, folks. Never gets tired. Bryce, it's high cotton when he's on his game. Quick, the ability to sliver by defenders. He can stick the deep one softly. Tough kid. And your guy, maybe the player of the year. He's got range. He picks, he screens, he moves, he's relentless. Great feel and understanding of how to put you away. Terrific acknowledgement by others. Sets up the big fella to light it up in Madison Square Garden.
All right, time now to join the 3rd member of our team. Our big fella, here's Aaron Andrews.
Guys, thanks. Providence head coach Ed Cooley told me this afternoon he has not shied away from telling his team all week long here in New York City, win so I can have a piece of that blue carpet, meaning win so we can go to the NCAA tournament. Now, guys, there are a lot of people saying Providence is in or they're on the bubble. Ed Cooley says he doesn't care what anyone thinks. He wants to win so this team can go. He said it would be a dream come true, obviously, for him to win here tonight, go to the NCAA tournament. He was born in Providence. He said he keeps thinking about where he was just 40 years ago. I said, Coach, where was that? He goes, I was 2 years old saying, go Friars, go.
All right, Aaron, thank you very much. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, and we'll start with the Friars.
Outstanding play up front, but that's the very talented kid, but the big guy up front, Dante Hinton, what he does is important.
And Creighton.
The guards, Chapman, one guy, he finds people, doesn't turn it over. Great field, can stick the deep one, and gives the experience to get it to Big Mac.
Your officials for this evening, Pat Driscoll, Mike Roberts, and Jeff Clark. These schools have met 12 times, with Providence holding a 7-5 advantage. They split the regular season meeting with each team winning by double figures on its home floor. Batts and McDermott in the center circle. This is the Big East Tournament Championship game. And we're underway from Madison Square Garden.
And Gus Johnson, Creighton, go!
Here's Bryce Cotton. Providence beat Seton Hall 80-74 in last night's semifinal. Dante Hinton hit 9 of 13 shots on the way to 26 points and 14 rebounds.
Great fortune on the catch. He's put it on the deck, but he's a terrific shooter coming off screens.
Cotton had a double-double of his own, 18 points, 10 dimes. Fortune, bounce pass inside, Batts, too strong, loose ball rebounded by Raggi. Here comes Chapman, bodies flying already.
Now this is the danger, the early offense.
Straight away, Raggi, his first shot off the front rim.
They love the deep one in the early. Very fortunate, Providence, you got to play that guy, and of course, McDermott.
So here's Kadeem Batts and LaDante Hinton.
They're very patient in their half court with this flex offense. Baseline screens and then up and down on the opposite side. Here comes Cotton using it.
Cotton, first team all Big East. Leads the league in assists. Backdoor, Fortune.
How about that? Nice little slice to the 10.
And Providence on the board. Fortune had a career-high 24 points against St. John's.
A little 2-3 zone. Ed Cooley telling both of us he'd play a lot of it tonight. All the screening has its impact. Can't cover McDermott.
Last time these two teams met, it was senior night in Omaha. Doug McDermott, 45 points, a career high. Here he is, top of the arc, rise and fire. Off the heel.
Well, this is painful for a team like Creighton. They're going to be forced to play a lot of half-court defense. They must rebound, not give Second opportunities to Providence.
Friars say they want to take McDermott into the post and make him defend. They feel that it's an open lane because he doesn't pick up fouls very often. Hitting, spinning. There it is.
How about that? Going to the offhand. Post up. He's a load inside and can step out as well.
LaDonte Hinton with back-to-back double-doubles in this tournament. Had 4 threes yesterday. 16 points, 11 rebounds Thursday against St. John's.
McDermott trying to post up in that foul area. Doing a good job of stopping him from touching.
Here's McDermott in the paint now. Bounce pass, Gibbs bumping, grinding, finds a cutting McDermott teardrop, good.
That Gibbs. Good look. Great relationship between those two. Gibbs gives it to him when he needs it.
McDermott 32 points against Xavier last night on 10 of 20 shooting. He had 35 against DePaul on 14 of 22 shooting. 3 consecutive 30-point games. He had 45, as we mentioned, against Providence. Final game of the regular season. Pick and roll. Cotton.
Nice switch and help.
Hinton picks up his dribble. Mid-range jump shot off the front rim. Loose ball snatched down by Robbie, taken away by LaDonte Hinton. Now Batts the kick. And a whistling foul. Batts will pick up his first.
Good heads-up play. Manigat can hurt you in a lot of ways. Great read. Once you leave your feet and go airborne, easy call for the officials, and Batts has to stay out of foul trouble. This is just a great drop step. A little lingerie on the deck early. Whew. For a lefty, pretty special, and Gibbs finds the big fella looming large in that lane. Nice find.
Greg McDermott, 49 years old, 4th year at Creighton. 3-0 in conference tournament title games in 2004 with Northern Iowa and 2012 and 2013 with Creighton coming out of the Missouri Valley. Now Chapman stripped. Picked up Hinton.
Now they will not shoot it early unless it's real good.
You don't see that too often, Coach Raftery. Chapman turning the ball over. He's good with the pill.
Absolutely solid.
DeRozier's in.
Tough match here off the dribble.
Harris. Oh, and he's fouled.
Might be Manigat on the reach in or Gibbs. Take your choice.
And it is Manigat.
Good poise right now, Gus, by Providence. Use that clock. A lot of screen down. Move the bigs around.
And in the first meeting in Providence this season, Friars slowed things down. They were taking most of their shots with 28-29 remaining on the shot clock.
And the offensive-minded Creighton, they want to go up and down.
For Tyler Harris, 3 things you want to know about him. His hobby is collecting sneakers. Loves Tom and Jerry. Work hard in everything you do.
Is that ice cream, Tom and Jerry? A little full court pressure, make them use a little bit of the clock.
6-2 Providence. Gibbs inside.
Well, almost gave an open give back to McDermott. See, this really hurts McDermott's game because he's just screening and moving and getting a lot of touches. This inhibits his game somewhat. Others have to provide a lift. Here he is in the corner.
10 to shoot for Chapman. He kicks it out straight away, McDermott. And hits.
He finds a way. He just does so many creative things on the offensive end. Finds a hole and drills it.
5 points for Doug McDermott, 2 of 3 from the field. He scored over 3,000 points in the top 10. Number 5 overall, all-time in college basketball scoring.
Automatic switch. Manigat's got to be careful with that one.
Cotton steps into a J. Long rebound, Tyler Harris. New shot clock for the Friars.
That's what they've got to get Creighton because this gives them ample opportunity to run some more clock. Look how tight they run this offense. Forces the D right in the lane.
DeRozier's calling for it inside. Harris slips to the basket. Left-hand jump hook, no. Batted around. Manica clears it.
Nice job by Chapman getting a piece of that.
Chapman the other way. McDermott. And Chapman a 3.
Martino about to come in because of rebounding, I think. Also give somebody a blow up front.
Dante Hinton puts it on the deck. Harris, right hand, rims off, but a foul.
Well, they're going to give him that.
6-5 early. Providence heading to the line.
Look how pure this is. A lot of guys remember Bill Bradley drilling them from deep for the redhead when the Knicks won it all. Smooth stroke, and he wants it big. Stayed in school to play in the Garden.
Both these teams fired up. The emotion, the intensity, the passion. Big East basketball, the championship game. And there's one thing in mind for these two squads. Bringing home hardware. The tournament, and who could forget Danny and the Miracles? Lost to Oklahoma twice that season. Beat him in the big game. Billy Tubbs.
Jack Nicholson with that. Remember the voice he had? Oh, Billy.
So here's Harris at the line, and Tyler hit 3 threes on his way to 17 points last night against Seton Hall. He scored 14 of his 17 in the second half. Averaged 7 points, 4.5 rebounds in 2 games against Creighton.
Well, he and Hinton are nice players up front. Compliment bats. He's back on the floor.
Now Providence changing their defense with some full court pressure.
Trying to get McDermott all different spots so they can't locate him. Martino pretty good at that rim, too.
Inside Gibbs dumps it down. Martino blocked the first time. Jump ball the call, and Creighton will hold on.
Nice slow. Boy, Gibbs really has a great feel for the game. Greg wants him to open up a little bit. He was worried about giving them offensive rebounds, and he knew the zone was coming.
Gibbs fourth in Creighton history with 486 assists. And if you add his assists at Gonzaga, he has 507. He's a 6th-year senior. Bounce pass, Dingman. And he'll bank it down.
Well, they got the playmaker in the middle. Terrific move by the bench. Gibbs just acknowledges the free guy.
Providence up by 1.
Well, you are going to really be run off of screens with this offense. You got to be ready and aggressive. I think they can get a post up.
10 to shoot for LaDontae Hinton. We'll find Tyler Harris. Now Fortune, 5 to go. Crosses over. Stripped by Dingman. Taken away by Dingman. He's got Chapman on the right wing. Leaves it. McDermott. Batted out. Picked up LaDontae Hinton.
Well, Fortune complaining at this end. I think he was right, too. They really are shortening the game in their favor, Providence.
Bryce Cotton crosses over.
He's so good. He fakes himself out of shots, doesn't he?
And a push coming up against McDermott. Remember, they're going to take him down low.
That time it was bats on all the switching. It was just terrific understanding of where people will be on the high spot. A lot of coaches put boxes on the corner. They want somebody in that area because the defense steps up.
So Gibbs and McDermott both go out of the game. McDermott picks up his first. Rogge and Devin Brooks, the junior college transfer from Harlem, New York, come in.
Look for Brooks to be sound, too. I think he learned some things last night. Or at least he was talked to about a couple of things.
It's been an ongoing conversation for the young man.
Yeah, he's going to be a good one, though.
DeRozier's. Now Brooks. He's got a lot of hot sauce in his game, folks. Fun player to watch.
The zone will be tough for him to penetrate. But when he does get to the cracks, he's going to make good decisions. Like right there. Good job. Nothing there.
Brooks inside. Tried to dump it down. Didn't make a good decision. Cotton the other way. Here comes Cotton. Oh, left hand high. No.
The other way. Think Harris.
The other way.
Harris over the top.
First year in the league for the Creighton Blue Jays, down by 1. Creighton trying to win the Big East Tournament Championship in their first year. They've got all the pieces in place, but Providence will have something to say about that.
Crowds, no better place to be if you like basketball than Madison Square Garden. All these kids getting moments with a variety of them expressing what a deal on a Saturday night, a Big East final. And right now, Providence game plan has worked terrific. Slow the game down a little bit on both ends of the floor and limit the amount of offensive possessions for Creighton. So they go man after the timeout. Interesting.
Brooks back in.
Oh, back to zone. Excuse me.
And McDermott back in for Creighton. Watch Raggi against this zone, folks. He will shoot it from some awkward places on the court.
And it opens up the middle as well because of that range. Ooh, had the shot there.
Brooks 6 to shoot. McDermott's got to hurry now. Driving and hits.
Boy, what a feel for the game, but Manigat gave it to him to let him go to work.
First lead of the game for Creighton. McDermott with 7.
The 1-3-1 wrinkle they like to go to. Be careful of trapping in that corner.
LaDonte Hinton. High archer, rims off. Strong side rebound to Dingman. Here come the Blue Jays. Brooks, double clutch, gets his own rebound and throws it away. Bryce Cotton the other way.
Well, that's what they're going to do. You give them a break, they're going to take it. Otherwise, massage the clock.
Now Manigat, he's been hot from distance in this tournament. Dingman fighting.
That's Dingman's game, too.
And the arrow favoring the Friars.
Manigat had the ball in his hand, wisely gave it up, and we just see, ooh, getting a favorable call with the clock. Terrific use of the bounce, and you just see that maybe a hair late. Can't check it out, though.
Let's go to Aaron Andrews.
And guys, Providence coaches are calling that a tough 2. They said force Creighton to try to score a tough 2. We'll take those any day than McDermott or Raggi going downtown and shooting from the three-point line. They don't want that to happen.
Here's Hinton. Weak side. Cotton to 3. And hits.
Nice look. The diagonal pass by Hinton. Well versed against the 1-3-1.
Cotton with a quick 5. Providence taking a 13-9 lead. Now Gibbs in the middle, in the corner, Raggi.
Well, that looked like an offensive or a defensive push-off.
Ethan Raggi 0 for 2 to start. But he can heat up quickly. And they want to keep his hands full.
And he's unabashed.
Cotton, quick release. Again.
Nice screen. We had noted he wasn't playing great offense, but this kid can light it up.
7-0 run, all Cotton. Chapman inside the kick. Raggi.
Good closeout.
And he throws it away. Intensity by the Providence Friars.
Ed Cooley said they want to win it all, so there's no question. The diagonal look, a little nylon by Cotton, interestingly enough. But here, a little bump, and he can pogo stick up and elevate over the defender.
And Cotton has struggled with this shot in this tournament. He was 1 for 10 against St. John's.
He just had a feeling, though. He's a gamer.
Harris uses his body, tipped by Batts, and a foul by Batts. And that will be his second.
Not a good one either.
He'll have to lead.
Just turn and run back. The Dean, a little overzealous.
DeRozier's comes in to replace him, so especially on the offensive end, Providence will be without one of its best players. So Ed Cooley's going to have to get a great effort from the Wake Forest transfer, DeRozier.
Everybody knows where McDermott is. Trying to hug him.
McDermott, quick release, deep in the corner. Tyler Harris with a rebound. McDermott starts this game 3 of 6 He has 7 points.
Baseline bump and a down screen. Patient. Really have to communicate on these screens.
Cotton guarded by Manigo.
Little late ball screen. Pretty play.
Harris, 3 to shoot. Driving to the hole.
The blow by Grant Gibbs.
Tyler Harris started his career at NC State. His brother Tobias plays for the Orlando Magic. He's got it in him. Gibbs tried to needle it in, knocked away. Here's Cotton, head of the field. Cotton, Euro step.
That's twice now. I think he's going to have had easier shots at the rim.
Manigo.
They're just a little rattled. The passes aren't on the money.
Now Chapman.
Ed Cooley saying, slow it down. All right, we got a little burst. Now let's let them work on this end.
Creighton 4-14 from the field, 29%, 1 of 9 from the three-point line. And they've turned it over 5 times. 17-9, PC.
And they've been using the dribble drive at the end of the sequence effectively.
Inside DeRozier's.
Little game in here, they get Raggy.
Timeout on the floor.
I guess you got to get in a stance and be ready for the blow-by. You know he's on the left hand. You got to jump Harris. Good protection. Scoop to the hoop. And they are on fire. Game plan. So well planned.
What a great start for Providence, led by the dynamic Bryce Cotton. Doug McDermott, Big East Player of the Year. They're going for this right here. And here's a look at the DirecTV game summary.
Interestingly enough, McDermott, the only one providing a lift on the out. They have not been to the free throw line. 0 for 0, Creighton, and only 3 assists. They average 18 a game, and the other side just good team basketball. Great philosophy espoused by Ed Cooley to you about where they want to get with the ball.
Here's Aaron Andrews.
Well, guys, just listening in on Creighton's huddle there, Greg McDermott stressing to his guys, calm down, just relax. Then he also talked about ball movement. He wants to see a lot more of that. He actually even said to them, I want you to be a little bit more aggressive there with that ball movement.
All right, thank you very much, Aaron. On January 18th in Providence, the Friars handed Creighton its worst loss of the season, 81-68. All 5 Providence starters went for double figures, led by Bryce Cotton's 23. He's got the ball right now.
Dingman with a nice job on that duck in by Harris. They want to get into that lane with a dribble or a touch.
Cotton shaking up Chapman. The kick, Tyler Harris. Too strong and a foul. DeRozier's with a bump in the back of Artino.
So tempting when you're in there, but Bryce Cotton, come alive. We've mentioned he's been struggling with that shot, but this kid is a big-time gamer. Great feel. Oh, unbelievable energy level he provides.
Creighton scoreless in the last 4.5 minutes. Down by 8.
The ball's not moving. Quite a distance between passer and recipient. It was close. Look at the distance on these passes. That's dangerous.
Now McDermott with 8 on the shot clock. Chapman inside, hands it off. Artino, great assist.
Oh, that kid's tough, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh, great balance, speed, vision as well. You need that late in the shot clock. Somebody can put that ball on the deck.
Well, Dante Hinton guarded by McDermott. McDermott has 1 foul. Fortune
Another guy with a good job denying.
Cotton steps back straight away. Long rebound to Dingman. He'll run it. McDermott ahead of the field trying to post up.
Well, got to give it to him when he's there.
Maniga three.
They may take it if they got it.
Hinton to the basket. And a foul.
That's what they want to do. Make him pay. Miss. Get a run out. Take advantage of the balance. Or lack of balance. But this is just gorgeous basketball. Draw a couple. Martino able to switch hands knowing DeRocher on that inside. Chapman's one of those guys I think that Brooks could learn from. Has a great feel, gives the ball up, and a little excited about a big fella as well.
Meanwhile, Maniga picks up his second. He'll have to leave as Hinton makes the first. Devin Brooks comes in.
Providence just bites you with a little fast break every once in a while. Then controls tempo on both ends of the floor. Restricts the amount of touches for Doug McDermott. Look how far out the catch is.
Dingman on the baseline. The reversal. McDermott got it away.
Nice rebound by Brooks. Heads up play and a nice give.
McDermott turns and banks it down.
Tell you what, he's energized right now. A little bit frustrated, but in a good way.
Ed Cooley wanted to travel. He won't get it. 9 points for McDermott.
The 1-3-1 switch now.
Back door.
Oh, not a good one. Didn't need it. Don't give them a chance to the open floor.
Here's Chapman. High screen. Bounce pass. Dingman.
All of a sudden.
3-point game.
It's all about emotion in college basketball. The swing and sway right now. Mo with Creighton.
6-1 run for Creighton. They'll get back into their 1-3-1.
There's going to have to be a drive at the elbow and a find. He may end up with a corner jumper.
Fortune deep.
Oh, what a foul by Dingman. Goodness, that was so deep, this challenge. Well, that can take away your energy. You know, Fortune, because of the scouting report, why not go straight up? You can't violate the shooter zone. I know he can make them, but some misfortune on that play.
Look at our score, 18-15, Providence with the lead, and Providence in '94 was the first and only time that the Friars won the Big East tournament, led by tournament MVP Michael Smith, Dickie Simpkins, and Eric Williams, and point guard Rob Feltz. The Friars beat Georgetown 74-64 in the title game, and there was a freshman of distinction on that team. That's right, our own Austin Crozier. As you take a look at his career numbers, you were a lot younger then, Austin.
He looks good. He was a heck of a player and had a great career. Of course, NBA career as well. How did you like the pink outfit on Rob? I mean,
yeah, Rob's
free Easter move.
Rob can wear anything. He's the natural, folks.
You better not walk outside with that look. And right now, that look of intensity by Doug McDermott, and a great run, a little momentum builder on the lob pass that didn't work, gets Creighton going, and then putting the shooter on for three, so this stifles it.
So Fortune at the free throw line. 9 points, 4 rebounds last night against Seton Hall as he gets the first to go.
They're telling us his dad is here, retired military man, and mom serving the country in Kuwait.
Fortune on the season, a 74% free throw shooter. And he'll get all three. Creighton has not been to the free throw line. Providence is 8 of 9. Remember, they lead the nation in free throw percentage at 78%. You don't want to send these Friars to the line.
Yeah, good job, Ragan. Use clock.
Chapman and Brooks in the backcourt now.
McDermott really does a good job moving, so he's helping others in a way.
9 to shoot.
Always trying to locate him.
Gibbs inside. Artino, no. And a rebound to Ladante Hinton.
Very competitive.
Ethan Rogge ready to check in.
Yeah, they need him to heat up.
Rogge hits a couple of those threes. Providence will get out of that zone.
They're just milking it nicely, though, Providence. Very patient. Ball screen at the end.
Cotton, 9 to shoot. Shaking. Tyler Harris driving. Out of bounds, and will head the other way.
Good collective defense.
Fox Sports Supports is proud to be part of 21st Century Fox's founding partnership and the presenting media sponsor of the 2014 Special Olympics USA Games. To learn more about the partnership, visit foxsportsupports.com. So Ethan Rogge checks in. He's in the corner on the left side. Creighton 1 of 11 from the three-point line. Let's see if they try to find him.
They're doing a great job identifying on the defense by Providence. Just tough now. The 20 seconds not into anything.
Brooks pulls up.
One and done. Solid D. Really struggling on that offensive end. No numbers for Creighton.
Hinton facing. Shows it. Picks it up.
Nice pass.
Slip to the basket.
Pretty play. Nice cut. Great attention to detail.
8 points for Tyler Harris.
Rocky's got to be ready to shoot it. Such a distance between passer and recipient. It's really hurt them. Fortune denying McDermott a turnover.
And Chapman slips and turns it over.
Now, it is just great understanding and bailout by Harris. Gibbs took a peek and really got caught. Terrific understanding of what to do, and the timing impeccable.
You got to give a lot of credit to this Providence defense. With a minute remaining, Creighton's a team that averages 80 points a game. They've got 15.
And no mistakes in terms of quick shot.
Harris fouled from behind, and he will go to the free throw line.
And Gibbs gets caught behind. He has really played well. Other than that miscue on a baseline dribble, he has been alert, taking advantage of situations.
So Tyler Harris, back-to-back great games, 8 points already in the first half. And he averages 11.6. Devin Brooks coming in, and he'll replace Gibbs.
Providence makes a cut. It's decisive, though. Good speed and catching Creighton napping on cuts.
Second one goes down, 24-15. Chapman, largest lead of the game for Providence.
Good cover.
Dingman inside and hits.
Nice open area because McDermott outside just dragged his guy.
About a 4-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Providence has been very patient on offense, and Ed Cooley wants a timeout. 26.9 remaining in the first half. The Friars.
wrinkle here, 1-3-1, Gus. Creighton trying to stimulate some quick action. Perfect. Offense and defense by Providence.
Fortune will throw it in bounds. Here's Ladonte Hinton, and he'll look for Bryce Cotton.
They're going to try and face guard him. Chapman, good move. Tough to do, though. Quick feet.
Four-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Cotton driving short. DeRozier's gets another chance and banks it in. 3 seconds. McDermott running and off the mark. But what a first half for Providence. Creighton averages 80 points a game. They've got 17 in the first half. And the Friars head into the locker room with a 26-17 lead. And here's Aaron Andrews.
Gus, thanks, Coach. This is the lowest amount of points you guys have scored in the first half. How do you counter in the second?
Well, they're really controlling the tempo with their offense, and then we've been a little stagnant on our offensive end. We need a little bit more movement against the zone and just relax and play.
Thanks, Coach. Gus.
All right, Aaron, the zone causing problems for Greg McDermott's squad. And at halftime, it's Providence 26, Creighton 17. You're watching Fox Sports 1, the exclusive home of the Big East Tournament. Welcome back at halftime. The Providence Friars with a 26-17 lead over second-seeded Creighton. And moments ago, head coach Ed Cooley addressed his Friars.
That could either be happy if we keep with the same pace. The tempo is our tempo. You're in the second half now, and that's away from us. Our back line is doing a great job. I thought we were incredibly unselfish. We got to the foul line. We won the backboard battle, and we're recognizing where McDermott and we're recognizing where Raggi is. This can be this in 20 minutes, or we can continue to show that we got heart and we got soul. We're 20 minutes away from doing what we came to do. Let's go. Let's go, man. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And we have to give a lot of credit to our producer, Steve Shear, who has great relationships with the coaches all around college basketball, for constantly being able to get us in the locker room and see, you know, that kind of emotion on a day like this.
You feel like playing when you hear Eddie, and he's such a solid human being, loves the program, loves the kids, and faultless. I mean, just beautiful. What they dreamt up worked effectively. Let's see the changes for Creighton.
How about Doug McDermott?
It's very frustrating. I think only because the speed of the ball reversal, he's not getting touches. When he does get him, maybe hurrying just a little bit, but not enough shots. So I think that he's got to keep busy, no question about it. And the guys have to make sure they're a little closer on their passes so they can reverse the basketball. And look at this, quarterfinals, lighting it up, unbelievable the first half. And now tonight, just not a lot of opportunities. He and Raggi have to start making some to complement the offense.
So take a look at the stats, and the big one, Creighton 1 of 12, coach, from the three-point line.
And that one there jumps out too. No free throws. They did that against Marquette early in the year, December 31st. So they've got to be more effective, at least attacking the rim. Let's see what they come out with here. Looks like they haven't really played against a lot of zone, and they have it. So they've got to deploy a lot better and pass that ball quickly.
On the season, Creighton shooting 43% from the three-point line. Chapman, the kick. Gibbs, reluctant to shoot it in this tournament. Remember, he missed a number of games with that dislocated kneecap. Now Gibbs takes a shot. Rims off.
Now, you're right. Well, the last time I thought he played well. They need him to make shots and find people. He's very effective that way.
Providence the other way, bats in with 2 fouls. He had to leave early after picking up those 2. Cotton, Hinton, Fortune and Tyler Harris on the floor for the Friars.
But he was saying he likes our tempo, and they certainly have been effective. Under 10 again.
Here's Hinton, muscles it up, can't get it to stay down. Raggi the trailer after getting the rebound. Let's see if Maniga looks for him. Gibbs, bounce pass, McDermott misses the layup, gets it back and puts it in.
Pretty quick jump as well. Once again, Gibbs is the guy.
McDermott wanted a foul, he won't get it. The officials have made him work for everything. No superstar calls for Doug McDermott.
The only way they can change things is to get the lead a little. Then they can control their type of tempo. But right now, this is right up PC's alley.
Pick and roll, Cotton. Inside, Bats guarded by Raggi across the lane, dips inside and banks it in.
How about that? The big fella with great footwork. Look, see the distance, Gus, their way? You should be only approximately 12 to 15 feet away from one another for ball reversal. So much distance.
Here's Chapman. They need him, and they get a bucket there.
How about that? A double smooch.
First basket of the game for Austin Chapman. He had 11 points in each game of this tournament and a team-leading 13 assists.
It's the 1-3-1. Look for some offensive rebound because Chapman's the back guy. A lot of teams put the little guy in the back, so you might get weak side rebounding.
Cotton stripped, picked up Chapman. Here's Raggi, finally a good look, and hits.
How about getting the ball to him? Gibbs on time. Make a mistake, you pay.
Ethan Raggi is the zone buster, folks. If he gets it cooking, it's a pretty thing to watch.
Got to be more patient against this 1-3-1 now after that little run out.
And a foul on Gibbs, his third.
Off the defense, or tough shot, the ability to run the floor and get as wide as possible. One side you got Raggi, the other side McDermott. A double dose of poison. Whew. A stroke, and Artino slowed him down for the balance.
Cotton guarded by Maniga. Maniga with 2 fouls in the first half. Bats posting up Raggi. He can take it.
Yeah, as you say, turn and challenge.
And a foul.
Big, tough, and strong. Raggi trying to wall up and hold them off. And he's got some answers, this guy. Solid kid, good career.
Kadeem Bats, all Big East second team, 6 points, 3 rebounds before fouling out last night against Seton Hall. Had a 13-point, 12 rebound double-double against St. John's Thursday. Three things you need to know about Kadeem. His hero is Paul Pierce. Likes to rap. Favorite team comes from the BK.
And how about Pierce playing pretty good basketball lately, too? Got some life in those springs. Nice containment by Harris.
McDermott taken away. Harris, Cotton ahead of the field. That worked.
Make the mistake. They know how to turn it up a notch. Boy, talk about controlling. Play slow and then go. Good hustle. And Harris with a good-looking, timely chest pass. This kid is amazing. Slight of build. Strong of heart. Wow. Is he effective in the open floor? What strength for a little guy. Whew.
Bryce Cotton with 9. Maniga with his third foul. He adds a free throw. He has 10.
There's a big burst, Gus. Flattens it out a little for Creighton.
Maniga. And hits.
Anybody else can help. Certainly gives more effect for the two bigs. On makes, they're going 1-3-1.
And a timeout on the floor. 15:58 to play second half. 33-27. Providence. Friars playing excellent basketball. Can Creighton come up with the answers? Let's go. 33-27 Providence. Friars have led by as many as 9 in this game. Creighton has not led. Actually, they have led by 1.
We've had a lot of answers, Gus. During commercial, we were chatting. The control that Providence has had is just extraordinary because they're trying to control tempo, but when the opportunity presents, just blow it up the other end. Ignite.
And after the first game, many of the Blue Jays from Creighton said that Providence slowing down the tempo really threw them off their rhythm.
This 1-3-1's had a pretty good impact.
Cotton, deep jump shot.
This kid, what a season he has had. All that is asked of him, and he contributes mightily.
13 points for Bryce Cotton.
Little trap, something they haven't done. The Raggy waiting for it over there.
Raggy for 3. McDermott with the rebound. Maniga reloads. Creighton 3 of 17 from downtown.
Now you got an offensive rebound though. Otherwise you're going to be down on the defensive end for a good 25 to 30 seconds. They go double big.
Harris driving inside.
Got to use that right hand, learn how to.
Chapman, speed dribble down the lane, no call.
Oh, they got one over here on the left.
It was late.
It was, although maybe we couldn't hear it either, you know. Chapman, undeterred, doesn't mind putting on the Bunsen burners and attacking, and I think it was the right call, just as you said, maybe a little bit late. Easy Ed. Tell you what, he's had his kids respond beautifully.
Creighton going to the free throw line for the first time in this game.
Amazing. That's that, huh?
Providence is 12 of 14.
And it's not the officiating. He's haven't been able to tell, not in the attack mode. The zone's got them occupied out.
Cotton.
At this point, you know what's coming, but can you stop it?
Dante Hinton has been quiet after the big game yesterday. 26 points. Cotton, the crossover, quick release. Oh, baby, and the foul.
Woo. Talk about stepping up. The peek at the screen by the defender. The sleight of hand. And look at the peak, and you are going to pay dearly. Get them organized. Nylon. Or some fabric of that sort. This kid, what a contribution he's made all season long. And I guess the brightest light stepping up big time. Talking about how to play that ball screen. Now he's got to explain it to Steve Lutz.
Maniga picks up his 4th foul. So he'll have to sit. Bryce Cotton, 16 points, make it 17 now. He scored Providence's last 10.
Tireless, absolutely extraordinary.
Largest lead of the game now for the Friars. Trying to win their first Big East Tournament championship since 1994. Brooks, and a foul.
Now the give back was there. Brooks penetrate. Got to kick it back. That's what you did with the defense. And we got to the free throw line.
So Devin Brooks at the line, a 68% free throw shooter.
Plenty of time. You don't have to worry about extending the floor, but they've really got their problems with the half-court set now. Lead in the flex offense, that ball screen.
Chapman with Maniga on the bench will guard Cotton.
Full control of the tempo in the game right now. Bryce Cotton.
Hinton guarded by McDermott.
And he wants to take him. He's begging for help.
Fortune, deep jumper.
Oh, what a find.
He has 8. Brooks to Dingman.
Nice play. Good penetration for the second time by Brooks.
Dingman with 8. 10-point lead for Providence.
I'm not sure what they're in right now.
Friars are 4 of 8 from the three-point line.
Well, they had Hinton.
Bats takes a jump shot.
Well, they are really stepping up big league. That's his jump shot spot. They're almost man-to-man in the zone with McDermott when he pops outside. Fortune's doing a real nice job on him.
Now Brooks up. And foul.
How about that? Terrific. Duping the D up in the air, but it's all about Bryce Cotton. His game has just been intelligent, a lot of gamemanship, running the show, great choreography. Are they playing solid basketball?
Bryce Cotton under-recruited. He's dreamed of playing in the NCAA tournament. This is his final shot as a senior from Tucson. Now Brooks. Bats will come out of the game. DeRozier's back in. Raggi leaves, and Artino replaces him.
You can't relax if you're Providence. You made a good point before. They made a couple of those threes, Raggi, or all of a sudden you chip into the league. So they just got to, every approach has to be intelligent. And if something quick opens, take it. They do a nice job button hooking for Harris.
Cotton turns the corner inside. And I tell you what, Bryce Cotton is feeling it. 19 points with under 12 to go.
And from all areas of the floor, timing impeccable.
And the Friars get back into that zone.
He's got him.
McDermott, deep jumper.
That's what he has to do, Brooksy. Earlier, he made a great move to the hole, but he didn't know that the big fella was looming outside.
McDermott with 14. Providence is led by as many as 12. They can't guard this man, Bryce Cotton.
Not tonight, I'll tell you.
Cotton, 23 20-point games this season, 2 30-point games. He looks like he may be on his way to 30 tonight. LaDontae Hinton. And the Friars finally miss one. Here's Chapman. McDermott, quick fire. Tipped up and in, Dingman. Creighton showing some signs. The lead cut to 7.
A little life and activity, the soft touch enabled Dingman to tip it.
And here come the Creighton fans.
Take the air out of it now if you're Providence.
Cotton, top of the key.
What a rebound.
Inside, Hinton. Loose ball hitting. Bucket hitting.
Wanted it more. Little life right now, though, by Creighton.
Chapman a three. And Chapman commits the foul on Cotton. Cotton getting up slowly, but you can rest assured that nothing's going to keep him out of this game. Tape it up, staple it down. This kid's been balling inside and outside. Bryce Cotton. But here's McBuckets. You get the feeling, Coach Raftery, bet by the time it's over, McBuckets is going to get his numbers.
Two major league performers want it all. Who's going to get it, Gus? He has a great deal of your big-time performers, and Ed Cooley's got Bryce Cotton just doing everything possible. One turnover, and of course hitting early and now late, doing such a solid job up front as well.
And a look at our keep good going stat, Bryce Cotton.
Not too bad, right around the corner to 21. Good judgment on shots as well.
And here's Aaron Andrews.
And Gus, not many X's and O's being discussed in that Providence huddle. Ed Cooley getting very emotional with his team and just saying trust one another, play together. No one believed in us. We are 10 minutes away from winning this thing. And he said, everybody just look at me. I love you guys. Now make us stop. It was great.
You're ready to go in there, play.
Oh, man, I've been ready since tip. Let's go.
First time for full court pressure now. Big on the ball. See if they trap out of it, and they do. Just trying to stimulate a little quick action. Turnover.
Harris makes a nice catch in the front court. And they'll get it back to Cotton to start the offense. Creighton falls back into a 2-3 zone.
Well, don't leave
Cotton straight away. And here comes Chapman.
Got him on the wing here.
Chapman struggled with his shot from the perimeter in this game. Brooks. Now Gibbs. And lays it in.
Boy, nice confidence, good control and pace. A little kiss. Knocking at the door here. I think this might be a big trip for Providence to sustain it.
Friars have come up with some timely baskets in this game to keep their distance from Creighton.
You know, fortune can make it, so you got to stay nice. Dunk in by DeRozier.
DeRozier's off balance. Shot and the foul. Wow.
How about that? He has provided some solid play during the course of the season, mostly post up and shot blocking and some defense, but here just hanging tough. Good footstep, the release, and the smooch as well. Wow. That is a difficult delivery in traffic. Ooh, is that me? I think he surprised himself.
And he adds a free throw. Providence goes back up by 10, and DeRozier's will come out for bats. Well done.
And look at the bench and the fans over there. What an addition he has been with a limited staff.
Raggi back in.
They really do a great job on McNeil. They know where he is. They man up him in that area. See Fortune now make sure, trades him off.
McDermott fires, contested and pure.
Boy, and Cotton was right there. He knew undeterred, could plumb bob, and he's shaking his head. He hasn't gotten many opportunities. Making the most of that one.
17 points. McDermott's going to have to force up some shots,
I
Coach.
think so. And they got to look for him more.
They miss him a lot the entire season. Baseline hitting. That's at the 15-foot mark. Harris. And the rebound to Chapman.
Got McDermott in the open floor.
Raggi lets it go.
Good shot, rebound. Look who it is, helping his teammates out.
Great opportunity for Ethan Raggi. 1 of 5, though. His shot failing him.
Continuing the sprint across off the baseline pump, the down screen, the duck in.
That went out of play, and Creighton will get the ball. 6 turnovers for Providence.
A little bit of a skimmer, but somehow you got to beat it down if your bats. Not too many opportunities, but remember his number. Creighton, 3 doesn't need long to get the puppies organized. Cotton by the big fella, as well as Cotton on the other side. 2 best performers in the Big East at Madison Square Garden. Pretty nice.
And a look at our DirecTV game summary.
The 2 bright lights on both sides starting to play pretty darn good basketball and hitting, contributing in a solid way on the boards. Dingman, solid 5 for 5, but you feel that Mac is free a lot and they don't get the ball, don't you?
He's free for that split second, especially in transition.
And the ball's got to be there, or
as Hubie Brown would say, the secondary break.
Well, you know what would be good if they could get into the painted area. That's
right.
what he says too.
That's right.
Remember.
Bryce Cotton has been terrific. 19 points on 7 of 14 shooting. McDermott 17 points on 7 of 14 shooting.
Always interested when you come out of the timeout what they have. He gets a 2-3. The flat corner is tough on Raggi. He's got to move up a little bit to drag the defense. Maybe hit the hide man.
Gibbs leaves it inside. McDermott foul.
Nice look. Good drive by Gibbs. And then you got to compliment him with some action.
So Harris called for the foul, his second. McDermott at the free throw line. First trip on the season. Dougie, an 87% free throw shooter. We'll get a pair.
They get on the ball big.
Gonna make this Providence team waste some time bringing it up the floor. See if they can throw them out of their rhythm.
And it's interesting. They just pull the string. Put the cork in it once they go over the timeline. Nothing silly because of Cotton.
Creighton in the zone. Chapman the point man. Inside Hinton. Bumped. Out of play. And it's Creighton basketball. Now the zone paying dividends for the Blue Jays.
It sure is. I'm not believing it. A little tough angle to use the glass and getting the call. And you can see all of a sudden a little more motion by Creighton. Pick and pop.
Dingman in the corner. Raggi.
Wow. He just out on his game. Looks like he's fading away just a little bit, but being contested as well.
Raggi 1 of 6. All 6 of his attempts are 3-pointers.
Let's see if they pop into the high post area.
Cotton a 3 off the screen. Batted out of play, and last touch by the Blue Jays. New shot clock.
Well, that they have to come up with. Those big 50-50 balls. And it gives recoil a little bit.
Cotton in the corner. Fortune.
Look at them go after that ball. That'll be a jump ball. Good
and
ball.
it'll go back to Providence.
They just are really elevating, pursuing 50-50. Grabbing the ring. ultimate zone two to stick a guy. That's part of the problem. You're getting forced under the rim. Creighton can't come up with the reach. Can't seal the deal. That should really lock his guy. He might get a little low post action.
Providence scoreless in the last 3 minutes.
No hurry. Cotton gets a lot of rest in this offense, too.
Harris to Cotton contested. Now his shot starting to leave him. Chapman 3-on-3. Cross court Maniga.
Good recovery.
Raggi wide open.
Nope.
Body's flying. Cotton the other way. And lays it down.
Kid is amazing. Coach, you said anytime I think I can run the floor and take advantage, but how important is it, Gus? Physicality personified in the pursuit. Bodies flying. Action. And right here, a few takedowns. Nothing easy.
Longest in college basketball lore, lasting 3 hours and 47 minutes. And Coach, you called that game.
I violated my curfew. I think I told you this once before. It's the first time my wife was happy, you know, that I was in New York and stayed out that late.
Here's Aaron Andrews.
I don't know. This conversation that Raf's having it sounds better. I just was listening in on Creighton's huddle. Got to tell you guys about 3-4 guys were getting their jerseys cleaned up. A little bit of blood all over Creighton to show you how physical it's getting out there. Doug McDermott looking at his teammates screaming, 5 more minutes, guys, 5 more minutes, rebound. His father also telling everybody in that huddle, I need you to fight, guys, fight on the boards.
All right, with 5:17 to go. This is the time for the best players on the floor to step up. That means McDermott on the lob. Almost stripped and kicked it out of play.
But they are competing. Hinton, that's a lob. That could have been an easy deuce, but a little long and errant, but just helping backs out. Terrific effort and the proper call. You can see right now how industrious they've been with the pressure. You know, coming down the stretch, got to get this team to cough it up or get a defensive stop and rebound.
Nine to shoot. Harris spinning on the baseline, blocked by Raggi, picked up by Harris.
I think he was out of bounds. It's either going the other way. I think I jumped out.
And Creighton basketball. Right now, this Providence team just tougher than Creighton.
Right. It looks as though they want it more. Just aggressive, even if they do make a mistake. Not giving up. Terrific effort by Gibbs to get involved there with Harris. See if Raggi can shake the cobwebs a little bit when he gets a look.
Gibbs, cross court, Chapman.
Pick and pop to Raggi.
Chapman. Now Gibbs, and he's fouled.
Slipping Gibbs in there, not a bad idea. Hinton can't believe it. Thought it was a clean strip, but banging from the middle may have caused it. And there's bats, if anything. Hinton with a good effort helping out. They just are doing all the little things to preserve this lead.
Now Artino comes in for Raggi. Raggi leaves 1 of 7 from the field. All 7 attempts from the three-point line. And Gibbs misses both.
Wow, that hurts. Hurt because they wanted Dingman in for defensive purposes. Couldn't get him in as well.
Will take his time.
They just shorten this game. Sort of like clock.
Hinton driving baseline, leaning in. McDermott. Maniga. McDermott the trailer at the top of the key.
Just covering him beautifully, though.
Chapman. Gibbs for three. And Riley.
That was big.
4-point game. Gibbs with 5. Cotton and McDermott runs into a Ladate Hinton screen. He got decked.
Very legal, though, guys.
This is the closest Creighton has been this half. Cotton. Generating. Blocked. Artino. That's what they need. The presence inside.
The big guy at the rim negating.
Can the Blue Jays pay it off? Maniga.
Oh, what a rebound by Bats right over Artino.
And a foul in the backcourt on Chapman. And that'll send Cotton to the line.
Wes Unseld, where are you? The backcourt screen, nobody to call it out. And you think he got an easy one. What a presence. Willing it, Artino.
You know what? That's right at our price range. We like the Olive Garden. 4-point lead for Providence. Cotton at the free throw line.
We love the price is what we like, but we also like the physical play. Getting after it, it means so much. A lifetime of memories. So leave it all out there. Physicality at its best. Wow. Just love the way they've competed. And this is a roadblock. Count the chicklets, but it's legal.
Bryce Cotton, 21 points. 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Shooting 1 and 1.
Nice. Nice.
And McDermott running through that screen.
Well, that's got to be painful. No question about it.
Cotton gets a second. Cotton versus Creighton this year. 23 points in the first, 23 in the second. He's got 23 right now. McDermott in the corner, Maniga.
Nice cover by Hinton. Set play, they were ready.
McDermott 3.
Oh, wow, is that something? Wow, stepping up large.
And he's got 22. Creighton, 7 of 27 from the three-point line. 2:17 to go. 3-point game. Fortune picked it up. Now Cotton.
Now you got to think late in the shot clock of your Providence. You'll be tested. 2-3 zone.
Creighton's got a rebound on the defensive glass. They've struggled in that area tonight. But Artino's in there. High pick and roll. Cotton crosses over. Left hand too strong. Bats. Oh, he missed it at point blank range. Woo. Creighton can tie it with a 3. Maniga. Tipped up and a foul over the back on Artino.
Had the shot. Oh my goodness, being inactive and a great bump to boot by Maniga. He wants it and he delivers. Oof. And the other end, this is one. Such an effective maneuver, coming up empty with both attempts, and Gibbs, big time.
Now Rogge coming back in. He'll replace Artino. That's 2 for 2 from the line.
Nice touch this kid has.
It'll get a pair.
Guys, look around this building. Everybody's standing up, and rightfully so.
133 and counting. 58-53.
Find number 3 both ways. Here he comes again.
There he is. He fires.
It's early.
2-point game. And they are on their feet at the world's most famous arena.
This is special, Gus.
Kick. Providence, hold on. Looking for their first title since '94. Creighton trying to climb the mountain. Cotton to Hinton. 10 to shoot. Hinton fires mid-range and buries it. LaDontae Hinton gives Providence a 60-56 lead.
Just the activity alone, the range, the form, the reaction, it's pretty special. Goodness, the distance fortune had been on him whenever he was in the area. They knew how big this was, but how about Hinton, Gus? Major. Ooh, the counter onions by the lefty.
.6 remaining. 4-point lead for Providence. And what a shot by LaDontae Hinton. Prior to hitting that 16-foot baseline jump shot, he was 2 for 9.
Boy, making plays coming down the stretch. And Providence's job now is to force Creighton to use a lot of clock. Obviously, we're going to try and get Big Mac involved. Rebounding is key for both.
Creighton with 4 timeouts. McDermott
trying to get it something quickly.
Here's McDermott from Omaha.
Too deep.
And a foul. Providence 29.7 seconds away.
They did a great job forcing him out of that comfort zone.
Ed Cooley's wife can't watch. LaDontae Hinton 1 of 2.
Big thing for Creighton is to score quickly. You may get a 3 if you go to the rim on a kick out. Providence make them use a little clock and identify, particularly number 3.
Both free throws good. 29.7 to go. Chapman racing. McDermott driving. Short. Loose. Out of play, and it's Providence Friars basketball.
I just love the effort. This is just exceptional. Trying to get the contact, to get the 3-point play, and after that, the pursuit, the envy of any major football club. And you get the right call, too.
And the officials will take a look at the last play.
I think they got it right, though. Called it. Providence ball. Now, this atmosphere right now, as you see McDermott trying to make sure they get 3, the possibility of 3, I should say. I think it does end up off of Doug. Let's see. I think it did. Look at that. 4 or 5 bodies down there in the pursuit. That is beautiful. I think Pat Driscoll got it right. Referee part of it too as well, being out of bounds. What preparation, the excellence of the Providence team in executing this game plan. Now you've got to be big on the ball, deny, trap, and give it.
Cotton, Hinton, Harris, Fortune, to the hole, and he's fouled.
I thought somebody talked him into it. I thought he was going to hold it out there. Digman with a good, hard foul. Fortune caught between thinking basketball and playing.
But Josh Fortune at the line shooting 2. McDermott, 6 seconds. Lays it in with 4.2 to go. Harris in the corner, and he's fouled with 1.7 remaining. How about this? The Providence Friars. And Cooley, the general. And our Land Rover player of the game. He's been sweet, folks. Bryce Cotton. Harris adds a free throw. Cotton candy all day.
Sweet. Reigning supreme. Doing exactly what they plan to do. Control that clock and make great decisions.
Harris misses. Chapman rebound. Congratulations to Providence. They are the Big East Tournament champions, defeating second-seeded Creighton 65-58. Here's Aaron Andrews.
Guys, thank you so much. Coach, you told me right before the game, I just have a feeling tonight. What are you feeling like right now?
Happy for our school, happy for our seniors. It's been a long journey. I'm so proud of our players, and to persevere the way we have all year, I couldn't be more grateful. The one guy that's in my mind right now is Al Skinner. The last time we won a Big East championship, he was the head coach, and I learned so much from him. I feel so appreciative, and I'm speechless. I'm just really happy for our players and for our school.
Don't be speechless, because I need you right now to tell me, you had been telling your guys, just get me a piece of that blue carpet. I need a piece of that blue carpet. What's that going to feel like?
The blue carpet is what we talked about all year. What bubble? There's no bubble. We burst that bubble. We deserve to be in whether we won this game or not because we play in an unbelievable conference and we represent the best. I'm so proud of our guys.
How about this guy, though?
I'm so proud of our guys.
Got it.
We got it, right? The blue carpet. The blue carpet. I'm excited.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. Bryce, you know, coaches had said they thought maybe you had pressed a little bit versus St. John's. Weren't playing within yourself. What was the difference tonight?
Basketball is it's a game of runs, and sometimes you go into slumps, and my teammates did a great job of encouraging me and continuing to believe in me, and they told me that I was due for a big game, and I played well just like they did, and credit goes to our whole team.
You played well. This defense played so well. Creighton, their coaches were just telling their players to relax. What were you guys doing to get them out of their comfort zone?
We knew that they're a great transmission team. They play fast-paced. They're one of the fastest teams in the country. So we knew we had to slow the tempo down and pick our shots. You know, don't rush anything. And fortunately, we came out with the win.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Guys, over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Aaron. So Ed Cooley, in his third year at Providence, wins the Big East Tournament Championship, and the Friars will receive the automatic bid coming out of the Big East, and they'll be heading to the blue carpet and the NCAA tournament. Fox Sports Live is now